Right, let's talk about phones, because there is a draft law which is going to be presented by a newly elected Labour
That's right.
MP?
So that's Josh McAllister, who is one of the newly elected 8 Labour MPs. He's going to be presenting a bill in Parliament on Wednesday, which he says is designed to protect children from the harms that can be caused by excessive screen time. He's going to talk about how this is seatbelt legislation. The bill would do quite a few things, but 2 big things I'll point out. 1, raise the age of internet adulthood from 13 to 16. That raises the age at which companies can get data consent from children without parental permission. In other words, before the age of 16, they won't be able to harvest your data, because then the algorithm can see what you like. The second thing is aiming to deliver smartphone-free schools. I should say about Josh McAllister, he's a former teacher. He did an independent review for the last government on social care. This is a
social media.
No, social care.
Oh, social care.
Yeah.
Oh, right, sorry.
This is a private member's bill, so it's not a government bill, so they can often struggle. But he did come number 5 in the ballot for private member's bill, so maybe it has a chance.
Yeah. Well, I've been chatting to 14-year-old Bella from North London, and I asked her how much time she spends on her phone.
9 at most, I think.
9 hours?
It's quite bad, yeah.
What time do you go to bed?
I go to bed at like 10.
OK.
So, yeah.
Gosh. So there's no time for anything else? School and phone?
Yeah.
Does that worry you, or are you cool with that?
It does worry me a bit. I try to stop it, and then there's some days where I have dance, because I do dance outside of school, and then I'm on my phone less on those certain days.
Right.
So, yeah.
Do you notice particular content, doesn't have to be harmful content, might be stuff that you like, that is, does it feel like it's sent to you a lot, or do you not really, are you not really aware of that?
It's mainly like movies and like TV shows that are sent to me, or like little clips or edits from the TV show or movie that I like from my friends or from TikTok.
So you like that stuff and you're sent that stuff because you click on those videos, those particular TikToks, so more of that is sent to you? And are you aware of that?
Yeah, it's quite obvious as well, because it starts coming more frequently on like my For You page or like on certain things as well. So,
and how do you think TikTok knows that you like that stuff?
From where you like and favourite it and like repost a certain stuff, because I think it does track a lot of what you're saying and like what you send to your friends and stuff, because that's just how social media is. So once it sees that you've seen a lot of it, it will start to send you more of it to continue watching it, to like attract you to continue watching it.
Yeah, to keep you on the phone.
Yeah, to keep.
What do you think about that?
It's crazy to think about it, and like when you're in the moment watching it, you don't actually think about that, because it's just like so, like you're so focused on your phone, it just doesn't comprehend in your head of what you're actually watching.
And so if social media companies weren't allowed to track what you were watching until you got to the age of 16, what difference might that make to you, do you reckon?
It will restrict what's coming up on your For You page, and it will like take off a lot of certain things. And so if I were to watch movies on TikTok, it wouldn't like continuously show me the same thing. It would change the complete subject. So it could be about countries 1 minute, then it could be about movies the next, and then it could be just something funny the next minute, and like continuously changing. Do
you think you would spend less time on your phone as a result?
Probably, yeah, because it would like certain things, like the videos that I don't want to watch, it will just make me want to turn my phone off and then put it away.
Thank you very much, Bella. Thank you for talking to Newsnight.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's talk now to Joe Ryrie, co-founder of Smartphone Free Childhood. Welcome to you. And we've got Vjay, former head of youth policy at Meta and former head of safety and wellbeing at Instagram. Welcome, both of you. Joe, would this bill make the difference you want to see to protect teenagers?
Well, we're certainly encouraged by the fact that this debate is happening in Parliament, because I think up till now, a lot of the conversation around children and smartphones has been focused on the kind of harmful content that they might see on the phones. But actually, this bill is called the Safer Phones Bill, and that's actually focused on the devices themselves and how addictive these devices can be. Because we heard from Bella, you know, she spends sometimes 9 hours a day on these devices, and so that's something that this bill is really focused on, is trying to make sure that the time children spend on these devices is reduced, not just the type of content that they're seeing on these devices.
Absolutely. Vaishnavi, do you think this bill would stop the sort of addictive content being pushed to teenagers?
Well, I think it's in line with this broader societal consensus that we're seeing that we want more of our children's data to be private. But I think that there should be some nuance when we're thinking about personalization. We heard from Bella about the fact that she's getting content that she wants to see, and that's kind of why she's on the product. More significantly, I think there's some really practical trade-offs to turning off personalization that we would have to help companies navigate more carefully. For example, if we don't know that a kid is spending long periods of time searching for problematic content at their age, we can't send them resources to help. We can't nudge them towards a different type of content. So I think there is some nuance that we would need to implement, in the actual enforcement guidelines for companies. Okay. But overall, I think this is in line with a broader societal desire for more privacy.
Right. Why has your grass movement started up, Joe? What's going on?
Well, I think parents all over the country, I know now, the parents all over the country are really, really struggling with this problem. It's a new frontier of parenting that parents 10, 20 years ago just simply didn't have to deal with. And now children, when they go to secondary school, typically at the latest, get handed a mini supercomputer in their pocket that's connected to everything and everyone and connects everything and everyone to them. Mm-hmm. And so whilst, of course, there are some benefits to children in terms of connectivity, there are some real trade-offs in relation to how safe children actually are on these devices. And so we might feel like we are keeping our children safe by keeping track of them, but actually exposes them to a huge amount of harmful content. But as I said, one of the fundamental problems about these devices that parents all over the country are really struggling with is just simply how addictive by design they are and how they are intended. The business model of social media is all about capturing as much of our children's attention as possible, and so it's no surprise that kids are spending up to 9 hours a day on them. Mm.
And they could just be looking at makeup tutorials or, Cocker Spaniel puppies. But the point is, they're on it hour after hour, scrolling and scrolling and scrolling because the algorithm knows what stuff they like.
Yeah, they're precision engineered to serve you content, and we all know this as adults, right? Yeah. That keeps you hooked and keeps you addictive. And so, even if you disregard the fact that they might be seeing some harmful content, sure. I think almost all parents would agree that they don't want their children's childhood to be focused on a screen, spending all their time on a screen when they could be doing all the kinds of things that children have done for millennia. And it's blocking them from having the kind of experiences that I think we all want to give our children, and blocking them from learning how to socialise and connect with people face to face. That is really one of the primary concerns that this bill is trying to address.
Vaishnavi, final last answer, and if you could be reasonably brief, why don't the big tech companies, Meta, TikTok, etc., and it's a stupid question. I know it's because they want to make money, but why don't they just not harvest the kids' data till they are 16? Why don't they take that step?
I think one of the reasons that, we work today independently with product managers and engineers is because they've never been educated on how children respond to technology. So your average product manager is simply building for appeal, engagement, growth.
Okay, but there's no excuse now, is there? There's no excuse now, right. We all know. Yeah, is that fair?
Yes. I think one of the challenges with the current research out there is that we don't have enough data from companies. So I was really excited to see that both the UK and US governments have committed to making this transparency requirement more prominent for companies. I think the more information we can have around how people are using their platforms, the actual impact of the specific products and features on their experiences, the more thoughtful we can be about the interventions that we put forward.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for being with us. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. Thank you both. Right, let's have a look at some of the front pages of the newspapers. They're all there for you in one fell swoop. Reeves signals rise in business taxes as Starmer courts global investors, front of the FT. Let's go to the Eye. New national insurance hike warning for UK business from Reeves. The Daily Telegraph. Weight loss jabs will get Britain working. The Daily Mail. Sarah 10 was burned with an iron, tied to a heating pipe, bitten and had her spine broken. This is the court case of the father of Sarah Sharif and what was heard in evidence today. The Guardian, Reeves hints at budget increase and employer national insurance. And the Times, Reeves tell business to prepare for higher taxes. That's it from us for today. Thank you for your company. We're back tomorrow. See you then.